of, let me find it, because I did my research here. What percentage are discarded in those vaccines?
What percentage of what? The amount? I think that batch.
Amount given.
I think that batch was a batch of 300 and something thousand given to us by the UK, and
Yes.
50,000 was discarded. I didn't work out the percentage.
And
50,000 was discarded. That they asked me what percentage was discarded. I mean, I said I never work out the percentage.
right.
But that's all like about 15% just off the bat.
Let's work with 60. That is the total we heard before they actually did the drive, right?
And that's why I said 50.
60% of 300,000 is 20. 60,000 of 300,000
It's 20%.
and it's less than that. But let's still work.
No, me just say off the bat 15% it sound like to me. Somewhere roughly about that. So.
Okay?
No, I just
Come on. Go.
rough it in my head and I said about 15%. Yeah.
We agreeing on that.
Alright.
So now let's put another fact into it because as I say, it's fact you're talking.
Yeah.
The 200,000 that were given as a donation from the UK of the AstraZeneca vaccine, which arrived here just 2 months before their shelf life ended. You really think the ministry did a terrible job to get out all those vaccines except 15% of that with a shelf life
Terrible.
remaining?
Not one should have been lost. Not one. Not one should have been lost. That was a terrible job. And the ministry, let me just add to it. Hold on, let me just add to it. That the ministry has been doing a terrible job with the vaccine. Downright terrible. And I challenge anybody on that.
Well, let's go back again.
And I just want to say this, DP, more on a look back on what we've been saying before, you know, because I have been saying that we wrong before, and this is what we should be doing. So, when it come now, me I go mark hard because I tell you say you're wrong, you know, brother.
Right, but since you hold the marking thing, if I gave you 300,000, whatever to distribute, and you're left with 15% of that total, is that really so you feel because you're left with 15%, Colin? Is that really?
Hold on.
Yeah?
Hold on. When a man feel I exam DP, it no mean he not get nothing right. So me not saying not get nothing right, but I'm saying to you, if you give me, hold on. If you give me $3 million to give to poor people because you said poor people need money, and them said this vaccine is like money good, and you give me $3 million to give people in a party, and when the time you give me 2 months, and at the end of the 2 months me still have money left and people out there hungry, and we are talking about DP. What you talking about? Them said the vaccine is the panacea. Let's look at alright, let's go straight to the vaccine. They say the vaccine.
Because I was listening to a talk show this week and somebody said, and I agree with them, if it was giving away of beer, I mean, I will use no special brand now because I have the color thing, and curry goat, the politicians wouldn't be begging anybody. So don't use money. Because
alright,
money
let's use the vaccine. Straight vaccine. They say that the vaccine is the best thing for the people right now. Are they saying that?
But there's no part to it, Colin.
No man, are they saying that the vaccine is the best thing for the people right now?
Yes, they are.
No. I am saying to you that no vaccine was taken to Fellowship Health Center. No vaccine was taken to Moortown Health Center. No vaccine was taken to the Shrewsbury Health Center. And I can name a whole more health center when a vaccine no go. So I am saying to you, DP, the government did not do all they can. 1, 2, you remember the last set of vaccine where they expire on them and it leaked maybe about 9 days before? You remember that set? Right, alright. You remember the drive that the government went on to use up those vaccines?
Yes.
Are you saying that they did the same, they went the same extreme to this, to give out these vaccines?
I wouldn't say that, but...
Alright, the next question. The next question though. 2 months you have the vaccine. Why didn't they say to the people that these vaccines we only have this amount of time on the vaccine and try to run them. Talk.
Like, I don't know, and let me put this out there. I am not defending the administration or the ministry because I have no affiliation to them. Because I bring the argument from a different perspective, and I think everybody who's saying that they did a terrible job is not being fair.
Tell me what I'm not fair. Because me say a terrible job.
I'm tell you, the next thing is that those vaccines aren't the only vaccines in Jamaica. There's still Johnson & Johnson that the government spends Jamaican taxpayer money that is not being taken up. You just alluded to several places where the vaccine never got to. I remember Gilbert. I remember when Nutribon come over the whole public works and over fire stations. Nobody, no soldier, no government official had to tell people. They're more trying to get people to stay in line, to get it. The people who wanted 10 and 15 times, and you have 5 persons in the family, and you said everybody to go get the Nutribon and cheese, a bun and milk.
Why you gonna bun and milk?
Different scenario.
DP, what may I say?
Yes, me know, but me not discuss that. But I'm saying, you're saying that them never bring the vaccine to the location for the people, and the Prime Minister is saying this. People aren't going out enough to take up the vaccine. You're blaming the government for people not taking up, and I think it's an unfair scenario bringing about is money. I think that's wrong. So, the next thing I was saying, remember the biggest mistake, one of the biggest mistakes in the last couple of weeks, was the government allowing the Jamaicans to choose which brand vaccine they wanted.
You call it?
I was at the helm of all of this.
Hold on, you call...
I was the minister.
Yeah. DP, you call it a mistake, right?
I do not know that I have X amount of vaccine which are short shelf life, because that's another factor you have to factor in. Money not expire. The vaccine expires. And they said that they're not issuing the vaccine past a certain date. So it's not like say, I even hear a doctor was saying on a radio station that listen, think that medical thing is a science. There's nothing to say if you give the vaccine a day after the expiration, it is a bad thing or if you do any harm. Does that mean if you give it the same day the day before, it would have the same negative effect?
DP, beg your talk. Hold on a little bit. Hold on a little bit. Because you just said a while ago that they made a mistake in terms of how they gave the vaccine, right? That's what you said.
Offering options.
Offering what?
Options.
All right. And you said that was a mistake. I said that was a part of the mismanagement of the entire vaccine process. That's what I'm telling you. Right. But somebody is saying that people go to get the vaccine a day before them second dose was due and they were turned away. I, Colin Anthony Shakafi and Bell, went to vaccine center to get vaccine with them and I was turned away. And I'm saying to people, that if you say this thing is the panacea that it is, and everybody must take the vaccine, it is the onus is on the government to get to the people with the vaccine. Because the government promised that they will give everybody the vaccine and give it free. People are suffering in Jamaica, DP, for a man to leave Millbank to come to Port Antonio on a no movement day to get the vaccine. It is expensive for him. Okay? Therefore, from day one, we've been saying that the government should remove all looks of politics from the vaccine. But this government, is trying to get every ounce of mileage out of the vaccine. And that's why I mess up the whole thing. Because you need people, because I tell you, DP, if this government have 800,000 doses of vaccine now and give me 2 months, me have done that before. Right now. So the government, and I've said that, I have said that on this program before now. The government has been lapsed and tardy.
Let me repeat that figure.
800,000.
If the government give you 800,000, you take them off
doses of vaccine with 2 months and give me the resources that they are using now, we give out the vaccine. I don't believe that there's that.
You know why? Are you still an aspiring councillor?
Yes, I am. But this have nothing to do with that.
But that means
Hold on now.
government really need to find you then, because you can get that amount of people, 800,000 people, to take at least one shot. They need to find you.
Long
They
time.
need to come and bring you on board.
And I am
get the vaccine.
I am sure there are other people. Hold on, DP. Let me tell you something clearly. What I am seeing happening in Jamaica is that the organization, the logistics of doing this vaccine is totally off. Not happening, not being done properly. What it needs is proper planning and logistics. I'm sure me I'm not the only person in Jamaica we can get this job done. But the government is politicizing it, holding it close to their chest. They want to do it. And that is where the problem is. And they can't do it. Eh?
Let me make one more defense, because I know that is what I'm going to be branded as for the government. You see, when we talk and when something goes bad, the same people who tell the government to do it this way come back and say, well, listen, I never heard you mention it, but the buck stop for the Prime Minister. So I cannot ridicule the administration if they're saying, we are doing this way, because at the end of the day, if it succeeds or if it fails, we are going to hear people like you and others saying, see, we declare them, them get it wrong, and them shouldn't listen to it because I know we are the government and them are the government. So I can't fault them to be saying, listen, let's do it this way. We can't blame them.
You can't fault them.
Sure, if you are in charge, if you get 800 vaccine right now, I say, listen, we are going to do it that way here. Me sure I couldn't say from me there and call you and say, Shaka, I wrong way that you do that thing, you need to do that way here, and you still follow me.
But hold on.
You will call in their name about the panel.
Yeah. And that's why the government have to take the blame. The Prime Minister cannot come out and blame people.
I agree.
The Prime Minister can't come and blame the people and say the people not take the vaccine. And you not carry the vaccine got so much place. Me just name a few places, but sure if we call people now, people can name how much health center when they're everywhere.
Let me ask you this. You think they should give incentives for taking up the vaccine?
No. No incentive.
Why not?
Because the vaccine is for life. Them say the vaccine will save your life. Take the vaccine.
But Colin, we also learned a couple of years ago that using contraceptives save your life, and we still have people contracting HIV and other diseases.
Listen, hold on. That's hold on. DP. That's a different debate now, because in our debate whether the vaccine good or it makes sense, When me and you just talk about is just the logistics in getting the vaccine to people.
This is my opinion. There's two things that will make the vaccine take up with more than what it is now. One is giving incentives, and the other one is making it mandatory. There are some people where the only way they're going to take the vaccine is if it's mandatory, where they have to.
DP, let me tell you something.
Those two things.
Let me tell you something. You have some people not take a vaccine. Mandatory or mandatory, no. You have some people that will not take this vaccine.
What we just saw a while ago, I think those two methods. So I can't agree on some people say don't incentivize it, because all the things that you know them
no, brother, but listen what I said to you. I am confident that there are enough Jamaicans now that will take the vaccine that will bring us to herd immunity. If you're talking about 60 or 70% of Jamaicans. Yeah? What is happening now is the government blundering and making a buffoonery of organizing and doing logistics in Jamaica.
Let's move on to my final point.
Yeah, man, we can point there.
Cool thing. I think it's a brilliant idea.
The what that?
As me tell you, I think part of it and the mismanagement I alluded to over and over. You remember when they used to have contract tracing?
Yeah.
Why they stop doing contact tracing? Because the area that you alluded to, Bangalore and the other places, all they need to do, and that is science now,
DP.
all they need to do is check and see what is the rate of the virus in those communities.
And see.
Make a decision.
Talk to me.
Open up and make teeth.
Talk to me. Talk to me. America, DP. Hold on. The United States of America.
Everything to say. Even the lockdown thing, I was totally against this not random, but this broad brushing of locking down Jamaica for 3 days or whatever, That is pointless if you have communities where the people are not really going away. Maybe you have one or two taxi men come out of the community every day. But that's the contract tracing where they're coming. So if you pick up somebody at airport, the person, whatever, you trace it back to whatever, and you lock down that. If everybody shouldn't be punishing, being meant to meet punishment because you have a problem.
That was, you see that suggestion, DP, was a suggestion made here by the General Secretary of the People's National Party. I interviewed him one morning. You know me always for the lockdown, that we need a proper lockdown. And he was saying the same thing. Lockdown a parish if the parish heavy. You understand? But what me I try to say, DP, the whole management of this pandemic has been poorly handled by the administration. And I mean, just look at the facts and the figures. Too much mistake, brother. Too much mistake been made with people's lives. And I say on this program, you know, everybody were dead from March of this year. The government is responsible. They got a year to learn about the vaccine. Maybe that's the first year. From March 2020 to March 2021, me accept anything what happened in that year because it was new. None of we never know what going. So the government had to also wet them foot. You understand? And for those time, and you'd allow them whatever mistake they make in the first year. But after March 2021, come on now. You should be doing better.
You know, I can't, and I think you know it. You know why? There are still illegal events happening, even past curfew and whatever it is. So you have people who, for whatever reason, maybe they don't believe that the virus is real and they're going out. There are people having private parties at them home.
But again, DP,
and then catch the virus.
Again, me tell the government how to make event.
Die from it, and you to say you're leveling that blame solely at the feet of the Prime Minister.
I'm going to tell you why, DP. Let me tell you why. I have said it on this program, how we can organize an area where since people have a event, organize an area, retrofit the area. You supervise the area, the parish councils must supervise the area. Party can keep there. If me take my vaccine, hold on. If me take my vaccine.
I am saying you say every day from a certain time you level at the administration.
Yes.
And I am giving you reasons why I can't agree with you.
I mean, I give a reason why me think, why me I say what me say. Because I have been saying, do the thing that way, yeah.
Some else. I think people treating this virus thing just like any other virus, even sexually transmitted disease. You know that people who are not in relationship, once they know the person and then think, oh, me think the person clean, they don't even think of using protection. When you have people who are friends and family who encourage them to come to Jamaica anyway, and coming at them out, no quarantine, none of them protocol stuff there, up and thing. There are a lot of family members mourning the death of their loved one right now because they have done that up and down with foreigner friends and family. How you blame the government for something like that? When you have Americans who have them dual citizenship and passport, come to Jamaica
DP,
I
want to tell you.
Using their the American credentials.
DP.
So they don't get to be quarantined or put wherever because they not come as a tourist, they come as a Jamaican.
Mr. Phillips.
Come at them yard and drive up and down with them family and them friends. And when them left and gone now, you hear say you have to go bury one loved one. Those cases are happening to Canada.
Mr. Phillips, let me tell you why I have blame the government. Yeah. That too. Because the government is in charge of the borders, brother. Anybody will come in at the country, the government, and you've been hearing me saying this, the protocols at our airports are not adequate. When you come at Jamaica right now, DP, you think anybody even not peruse your document properly? Not even that now go on at the airport, brother. Somebody come at the plane door and shout out, if you're vaccinated. Listen, hold on, let me tell you what go on at the airport. Somebody come at the plane door when the plane land before you deplane and shout out, if you are vaccinated, you need to quarantine for 8 days. If you're not vaccinated, it's 14 days. If you're a business traveler, make yourself known to some of the authorities. That is it. That a hit, brother. So when me I blame the government, me I tell you, every aspect where you line up, something should be happening. You talk about party, people I make party. Me say set up a venue in each parish and say there's a party to keep.
You're a politician. I am not, so I'm not going to say things as though you see, but I can talk from my advantage point.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Parents who did nothing to support the learning of their children, the education, and they end up blaming teachers for not teaching their kids or to them.
All right, DP, I half want me give a little more.